My name's Peter Chatfield, and I've come along to do this for you, to allay some of your fears about Islam. I'm at the moment, if you're wondering why I'm laying like this, it's because I'm in a hospital bed, and I'm facing death, certain death, quicker than, say, most of you out there, even though Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. I'd like to speak to people in general about Islam and what it is and what it is not, because I know that today we are looked at like we are some kind of poison. The news that is reaching the average person out there is derogatory nonsense that doesn't portray or even come near Islam and what it is and what it is not. 15 years ago, I picked up a book called the Quran, and I opened it and I started to read it. What I realized was that the Quran was a way of life. And I opened this book, the Quran, and what I noticed that was different about the Quran is that it was a system for life. It actually works. As I read through, and I read the surahs, the meanings, and I got my head out of the red top syndrome, you know, the papers that you buy in this country. What I realized was Islam was a very beautiful religion, or system for life. And I prefer to call it a system for life. And we've got to the place now where the world is such a dangerous place that if it doesn't have a healer pretty quick, then I don't see a very good future ahead of us. When I picked up the Quran, I noticed in there that it was very straightforward reading. It was very light on the head, and as I adjusted to it, yes, I became Muslim. So I make no mistake about that. I sit here talking to you tonight as a Muslim, and 15 years ago that gift was given to me. I would like to dispel some of the ideas that have been sold to you, and they have been sold to you. And I also know that people out there may be powerless, maybe these governments that are running us are bigger than us, but you're not powerless. But I also realise a lot of people out there are waking up, and they're realising that Islam coming through the right mouths, through the good people, is a wonderful religion. Full of honour, dignity. One thing that I got from when I became Muslim was my honour, my dignity, my way of life changed. I started to look after myself. Very practical things. And that is how it reads, the Quran, a very practical book. There's no mystery about it. I know that a lot of people look at the differences before they look at the similarities. They watch the Taliban and the way they dress on television and stamp Islam there. That's not Islam. Those people were just fighting for a cause they believed in. They look at certain dress and certain style, and that's what they buy into. They don't believe there's actual people that are wearing them that are intelligent, good people. Now, I'm not saying Islam doesn't have its problems. We have big problems ourselves, and we need to get on our. We need to really pull ourselves together. As Muslims, we have got a lot of inside job to do. But that doesn't mean that while we're doing that, that countries, America especially, is in the business of trying to dominate other countries. Because it seems that as long as they're making all the laws, then it's okay for them to do as they like. No doubt some of you have seen recently the pictures from the Gaza Strip. Well, I'm sure every housewife out there would look at their heart and say, this is wrong. But again, powerless to do anything about it. But we're going to do something about it. Because Muslims and people alike, you see, we have so many people every year coming to Islam. because they feel safe within the boundaries of the Quran. You know, there's a true state of being in the Quran. There's a true place in your heart if you really read the Quran and see what it has to offer you. I hope everyone one day sits down and just for once in their life reads the Quran, and there's actually a system for life, how to cope. It deals with the money side of things, it deals with the matrimonial side of things, death, birth, it deals with everything. Isa announced it. Jesus alayhi salam, he announced him, he announced Muhammad, and said that that man will explain all things in detail because he had to go. Stop this fear of Islam. Islam's not your enemy. Islam's not the causer of your pain. Islam doesn't send those bills through your door every day that are highly, grossly inflated. Islam doesn't want to charge you to just walk out your gate of a morning. You know, we've got to stop this business of blaming Islam. You know, if the Queen of England, one of her subjects misbehaves, you wouldn't indict the Queen, would you? You wouldn't take the Queen to court. You've been driven away from the truth. All of us have been driven away from the truth. We've got so many poisons on this earth at the moment that people are just losing the plot. They're just losing the plot. The money goes up. The money never comes down. You know, you're getting no bargains here. That's the way it's got out there. It's got cold and hard. Islam offers another way. Islam offers another way. A way that we should have a good look at. And if you are fair in your judgment and you want a life that is complete, that is dignified, and an offer to someone else, where people will look at you and know that you stand up straight, then come to Islam and have a look for yourself and see what's really going on. I'm soon to leave this earth, and I would like to leave behind something better. I hope you've enjoyed what I've said. I hope I've not offended anyone. I hope I don't want to cause no confusion. There's enough confusion out there already. Assalamu alaikum.